Video is powerful. It has this powerful effect on our minds. Whenever we have the visual and we have the audio and it all blends together, it almost transports us to a different place and time where we almost feel like we're in the place that we're seeing in the video. We start to watch videos and we get into a flow state of sorts, losing track of time and space around us. And we can see how powerful it is by the popularity of video and how it continues to grow. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. And as we continue to have new social media that focus on video, with TikTok, Instagram is big on video, Snapchat, we have all of these video tools around us. And so as video continues to grow and continues to be more and more popular, there's just all of these opportunities to interact with it and to see. If we want to get some ideas, some inspiration on how to do video well and how our students can do video well, thankfully, we have all sorts of inspiration available to us. All we've got to do is go to YouTube. There are YouTubers out there that are making their living creating great videos that get viewers' attention. It's kind of amazing to look at the statistics of how much YouTube's being used these days. They say that there are 500 hours of YouTube videos uploaded every single minute. Now, thankfully, we don't have to go watch every single one of those minutes to be able to see what's popular and what's working when it comes to YouTube. But if we spend a little bit of time there, we start to see that there are certain kinds of videos that get really popular. And I started to realize at some point that if those are the kinds of things that people like to watch on YouTube, then what if we use that as inspiration for the kinds of videos that our students create, or the kinds of videos that we create for our students to watch? So really, all we've got to do is go out and sort of identify some of the popular genres of videos that are out there. And if you start to look around, you can see, there are question and answer videos, there are tour videos, there's, a wide variety of different things, tutorials and all of that. I wanted to stop for just a second on one particular kind of video that has, sort of really grown in popularity, and that is the unboxing video. I bet you may have seen one of these before. See, what happens in an unboxing video is that the YouTuber gets something in the mail or buys something. It might be a cell phone, it might be a new laptop, it might be makeup or toys or sneakers, subscription boxes. And what they do is they set up their camera, they hit record, and they start unboxing this new thing that they've gotten. They show the packaging, they show you the different parts inside of it, they react to it, they tell you what they like and what they don't like, so on and so forth. And if you start to look at some of these unboxing videos, some of them obviously have thousands and thousands, sometimes millions of views. And so I started to think, that would make a really, really cool academic activity. And the reason I share this particular genre of YouTube video with you is because I think this is one that can be used in a wide variety of different kinds of classes, different content areas, different grade levels. The unboxing video can really, really work. And so the idea behind it is, let's come up with some things that we can put inside of a box that represent what we're learning. The students can hit record just like the YouTubers do. And then they can start to take this box and they can unbox different things inside of it to use it as a mechanism to show what they've learned. And so, to give you an idea of what this is going to look like, I have a box that I want to unbox for you right here as an example. And so as I do this, sort of think about how this could be related to what it is that you teach and how this could be done as an academic task. So the box that I've got for you here, we're going to pretend like I just received it. This box, the idea behind it is that this is a box that's been sent to me from myself 20 years in the past. And so as you think through one of these unboxing activities, you start to think about who's the person sending the box, who's the person receiving the box, and why. So let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to hit record, and we're going to do one of these unboxing videos together and just kind of look at it as an academic task to see how it could be done. So I hit record and I go, oh man, I just received this box. This is so cool. And it looks like from the shipping label, it looks like this box has been sent to me by myself 20 years in the past. Now let me look at the packaging and see. No, this one just happens to be kind of a plain brown box. So I open it up, and one of the first things that I see in it is it's a letter written to me. So I open it up and it says, "Dear Matt, this is a box sent to you from me from the past so that you'll remember where you came from and you'll remember your roots." Pretty interesting. Okay, so let's see what's inside of this. Oh my goodness, there's some really good stuff in this. You know, for instance, do you remember when we didn't save files to the cloud, but we saved them on these? On these, floppy disks. Well, this one isn't as floppy. And there's only so much, we used to think these things were so full of space that we could save things to. But now they're just kind of teeny tiny. And how about this? Do you remember when we used to not listen to music on our phones, but we used to listen to music on these with the antenna that you had to get just right to get that station to come in? Oh man, when our smartphones weren't so smart. You remember those days when we had those flip phones? And how about this? Do you remember when we used to not take pictures on our phone, but we used to take pictures with with this kind of camera? Remember with the film? So yeah, that was definitely a blast from our past, right? Being able to check all of those things out. And so as I wrap up this example video that I'm sharing with you, I've got to ask you, what else could I have put in that box? Could I have received in this box from myself from 20 years in the past? Okay, so I might cut the video right there. And if you start to think about this, start to extrapolate this out a little bit. What could students unbox that relates to your content? And as they unbox it, what could they say about that item to demonstrate what they've learned? They could pull out good examples of what they've learned. They could even pull out bad examples and say why they're bad examples. They could even talk about what wasn't in the box, what didn't make it in the box. And all of this, of course, is an opportunity for them to show what they've learned. This is just one kind of video that's out there on YouTube. Another example, what about out on YouTube, we have top 10 videos. These are the ones where the video creator makes a list, a top 10 list of their favorite examples of a certain kind of thing. And then they justify why those things made it on the list. And they might even pick up things that didn't make the list and justify why they didn't make the list. So even making a top 10 list, or even if you want to pare it down to just a top 5 list, those are super easy to be able to create. I mean, really, if you go out on YouTube, there is all sorts of inspiration. There are all sorts of examples out there. And so if you're willing to think about videos a little bit differently, instead of just thinking about what is the content and what do you want students to show you, if you start to think about the experience that students are having with that video, and what's the experience that the viewer is going to have as well, when you start to open your minds to that kind of thing, see, by asking students to do something like an unboxing video, we don't even really change the assignment that much, but we change the way that students look at it. And whenever we do that, that sometimes is all it takes to turn a regular assignment into a memorable assignment, to turn it into something memorable where that learning is really, really going to stick.